Hello, Marky Dragon, also known as Marcus Eikenberry in real life, and I have a question here from AV Troll 808. He says, "Hi Marky, I'm a huge fan." Cool, thank you. I have one question for you. Do you think WoW will be a kids game after Mists of Pandaria comes out? Pandaria. I'm not even sure if I'm pronouncing that right. There's been a lot of stuff going around about this, and I would like it if you shared your opinion. Well, I will share my opinion. First, though, I want to give away a couple of Diablo 3 trial keys. So hopefully you can see that. Okay, now that that's done. So the new game, one of the trends is that because World of Warcraft started out as more of a hardcore player's game, I think it has a tendency with each new expansion of it has been more towards a mass appeal, and especially when games get older, or should I call them more mature, that they will try to gain the attention of people who may have heard about it, but are the more casual players. And so, it does look a little bit Care Bearish, just what I've seen of it. But, will it make it a kids game? No, it's not going to make it a kids game. And it'll never be a kids game as long as there is player-to-player interaction where you can all type and stuff. Because in a kids game, they have to very carefully control what's talked about and everything. It's just like in Habbo Hotel. Habbo Hotel recently was in the press and got some very, very negative press. And they're a tween game. And tween, for those of you who don't know, which all of you should know what it is, but a tween is somebody who's not quite a teenager, but they're 10, 11, something like that. And so there's a lot of kids this age. They're playing Habbo Hotel. And there was a news channel out of the UK that, I believe it was the UK, that decided that they were going to go undercover in the game posing as kid players, and they found all of these pedophiles that were attempting to lure the kids and get their information and stuff like that. And it's just very, very horrible. And so because of stuff like that, I understand that what they did is that they used to police that quite heavily, and then they decided to no longer filter the same way that they did prior. And when that filtering went away, or that oversight went away, that it allowed for these people to come in and think that they were okay to try and take advantage of the kids. So anyway, they've put this whole stuff back in. I think that they have fixed the problem now. But these games, unless Blizzard was willing to go to that extent of really policing all communication to this level and everything, I don't think that it will ever, World of Warcraft will ever become a kids game. And but it is to get more of a casual appeal. Definitely, I can see that. So I think the game will still be just as fun. And in the very beginning, when I first saw World of Warcraft, I said to myself, "Wow, this looks like I'm playing a cartoon." And I felt like it was a kid's game at first, but then it was much more in depth and everything, and so it kind of grew on me, and I don't mind the graphics style that it is now. It's not the sharp stuff; it's more cartoony, and it's pretty good. So anyway, I don't think that's where it's going. I think that you're going to be okay. I think the game will still be great, and as long as you're having fun in it, don't worry about whether or not it's turning into a kid's game. It's whether or not you enjoy it. So anyway. A lot of times I get questions from you guys about stuff that I have here on these shelves, this wall here. And so at the end of some of these videos, I'll go into some of the stuff that I have here. And so let me, let's honor Richard Garriott. So this right here is from Tabula Rasa. And this was given out at E3 many years ago. And he even signed the front of it here. Tabula Rasa was, really a breakthrough game. And in fact, we just gave away a poster for this as a prize. So, the game went through two different things. So let's see here. This it came with a CD with a bunch of stuff. It was kind of the first time we ever saw anything about it. And there was a whole gameplay trailer, which I wonder if I could show that now. Maybe I should. Maybe we should talk about dead games every once in a while and show some stuff from it. Because one of the really interesting things about Tabula Rasa was that it was much different than what released in Garriott's first incarnation of it. And I haven't asked him this, but I suspect that the first release is what his vision was, and he was forced to change it into something different. And I remember Starlong worked on this as well, and he talked a little bit about the changes in the game. It became very warlike and everything, and instead of adventure and fantasy and wonderment, it became a lot more about military control and power. And there's two very different types of games. So, anyway, this is something that he gave me back when one of the times when I saw him at E3. Saw him a couple of times, and for different things. And anyway, it's just pretty interesting. So, I hope that answers your question about Mists of Pandaria. Is that how it's pronounced? Golly, that's how out of touch I am with World of Warcraft. So, if you have questions, send them to me. I do read all of them, and we will even reply to you. I'll even reply to you as long as it's not dumb. You have to understand, it's up to my interpretation as to whether or not it's dumb. So, when I don't know. I don't even know what to think. But, when you say, well, things that I consider dumb, I'm not even going to go into it because they're dumb. So, but let me take this opportunity right here to give away a What the Fast key. And it's an advanced 30-day code for those of you who have lag in games like World of Warcraft or Diablo 3, or a whole slew of games. If you're having lag issues, and the lag issues are not caused by your actual machine, they're actually caused by the distance that you're going to get to the game server, then you should definitely check out What the Fast. I put a link in the description. And it can lower your ping, and it does it by directing how your traffic from your machine to the game server is shaped, and like where it's going to stop and make its hops. It has to stop and make hops along the way. There's no such thing as a direct connect. But they can make a more direct connection, or it can identify when a particular connection is being laggy and dropping packets and having problems, and it can route around that. Whereas typically your communications are not smart enough to do that on their own. So it's a pretty slick application. It does cost money, but they do have a free 3-day trial so that you can try it out. And if it works for you, great. If it doesn't work for you, then move on. And in fact, some of you have reported that it actually gives you a higher ping than what you had before. And in almost all of those cases, you guys already have amazing ping. And, trying to get from 30 to 25 millisecond, I mean, come on. A 30 millisecond ping, you are rocking. The best ping I've ever had in any game server was 50 millisecond. And that's when I was in the same town as the game server. So, anyway, hope that answers your question. Oh, and one more thing. Bust and Rush. Also, one of you who comments will choose you to win a guaranteed beta access into Bust and Rush. That's just about to happen. So get on it now if you're wanting to be one of the first ones in, and I will guarantee you a spot in it. We're going to send you a message in YouTube. If you don't accept messages, then please add us to your contact list. All you do is add Marky Dragon to your contact list in YouTube, and then that will allow us to send you a message even if you block everyone else. So, I'm Marky Dragon. Take care.